CBS presents this program in color.
Good evening. It is my desire at this time to offer a nonpartisan statement on my campaign for the presidency and some of the hamburgers who are running against me. However, I've been instructed to suppress this desire, along with a few others. CBS television network does not want me to discuss the shortcomings of the 6 presidential candidates, so I'm not going to mention any names. This, of course, is a prime example of how far big business will go in order to not offend what is probably the smallest minority group in America. Since President Johnson announced he was through running, what's-his-name has been seeking a promotion from sidekick to president. As for my own campaign, let me say this about that. I do not wish to criticize a personal friend of the Pope or a father of 10, but one of the candidates, whose name I cannot mention, stated on this very show that I had mismanaged my campaign and was peaking too early. Well, I've seen this particular candidate making speeches on many college campuses surrounded by good-looking girls in miniskirts, and I dare him to say he's not peaking. Contrary to public rumor, my campaign is going well. On a recent tour of the South, I was presented the key to the city of Nashville, Tennessee, and the key to the city of Knoxville. These keys were given to me in spite of the fact that both of these cities are wide open. The people are beginning to recognize and appreciate my position on the important issues of this campaign. On Vietnam, for example, I have repeatedly warned that we must avoid the extremists, those who say we should get out of Vietnam and those who say we should escalate. I maintain that we should avoid either extreme and just continue messing around like we have been doing. In conclusion, let me be the last to admit that many people accuse me of being ruthless. Decisive, yes. Dynamic, yes. But ruthless, no. I am merely determined to provide decisive, dynamic, powerful, and inspirational leadership. And I will destroy anyone who gets in my way. Thank you.
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour with guest stars James Mason, Jimmie Rodgers, David Frye, Pat Paulson, special guest star Barbara Feldon, the Jimmie Troy Singers, the Louis DePaul Dancers, and Nelson Riddle and his orchestra. From Television City in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, meet the Smothers Brothers.
We are song, The Volga Boatman, is known to every school child across the entire country, and it expresses the arduous labor of the boatmen as they push their boats up the long and treacherous Volga River. It's a true work song because these men work to its cadence.
Yes. See, originally this song was just a bunch of grunts, you know. So to relieve the monotony, these boatmen were very creative, and they invented a melody to cheer themselves up as they go, and they go, la, 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 la.
And actually,
They got a lot of laughs out of that. They're a lot more fun.
now actually it did make their work easier, for they sang as they poled their boats.
They use these poles, which they stand on the back of the boats with these long poles, and they push it in the mud to make the boat
That's
move
right, Tommy,
forward.
but why did they use the poles?
Well, they tried Romanians, but see, the minute you put their heads in the mud, they just really go limp.
Tommy, you don't understand.
Never
That's
use
the
a
poles. The poles in this song refer to...
They tried using Romanians.
Tommy, this song refers to wooden poles. And they used the wooden poles because the men were not strong enough to row their boats up against the mighty Volga River.
Yeah.
Now, Tommy, if we're going to sing this song, you're going to have to identify with these Volga boatmen. Rough, brawny, robust men.
Oh, yeah, men.
Now you're getting it. You're getting it. Now, keep it up. Keep it up.
Hi there, we're the Volga boatmen.
Yes.
Pushing, straining, sweating, swearing, spitting. Well, we're vulgar.
That's right. Vulgar, but you're beginning. I could see by that time you're beginning to get into the character of the song, which is necessary for understanding the song, correct?
Da. I am Tomasov, Smotherowski. My life is the river. Tote that barge, lift that bale, get a little drunk. Oh, do we get drunk? We get drunk drinking the vodka. We drink vodka.
Hey, Tommy, that's very good, but it's not vodka. The Russians say vodka. We drink vodka.
Drink a little vodka, and if I drink too much vodka, I vomit.
You may vomit.
I vomit.
You vomit.
No.
But you're proud to vomit because you're a boatman.
No,
And for
all
your work-
boatmen vomit.
All right. And then you're a little seasick, yeah. But your work, Tommy, your work takes you across the length and the breadth of Mother Russia.
Da, Mother Russia.
For Mother Russia, you love Mother Russia.
She's a real mother.
And you're proud that your boat takes you to the historic landmarks of Russia, to Stalingrad.
Yeah, Stalingrad.
Da.
Named after Stalin.
Right. Leningrad.
Leningrad. Named after Lenin sisters.
And you're proud of the great...
Da, Russian humor. Ha, ha, ha. I think I'll vomit.
That's your humor. Anyway, you're proud. You're proud of the great cultural heritage of Russia.
You bet my boots. I vomit in my boots.
And what about the greatest cultural export of the Soviet Union, the ballet?
The what?
What ballet?
Dickie, really, they're the greatest ballet. Called the Polka.
Thank you very much. We think we have a very, very enjoyable show for you tonight. Our good friend Jimmie Rodgers is here to sing his new hit. And we also have a marvelous impressionist by the name of David Frye. We know you're going to enjoy him. And also the lovely and talented star of the TV series Get Smart, Miss Barbara Feldon.
But right now, we'd like you to meet a wonderful actor, a foreign actor who's been hanging around town here. Mr. James Mason.
Well, no, Tommy, no. What do you, that is no introduction. You can't bring out James Mason with an introduction like that. He's a great star, Tommy. He deserves a much better
I am doing the best that I can. How else can I say it?
You're not. How else can you
He
say
is a
it?
foreign actor hanging around town.
Now, Tommy, if you don't know how to say it, ask somebody who could help you give a good introduction. You should speak to somebody who can help you speak more eloquently. Someone who has a great facility with words. You don't flounder around like that.
Like who?
Like who has a facility with words? James Mason.
James Mason? Who's he?
Some foreign actor hanging around town. I don't know.
Okay, I'll ask him to come out. Hey, Jimmy, could you come out? James Mason?
I must say, Mr. Mason, it's a real pleasure having you on the show tonight. I enjoy your work immensely.
Well, thank you very much, but I think it's you who should be commended. After all, it must be frightening to have to face putting on one of these extravaganzas every week.
Oh. We really do our best.
Really?
I must apologize for bringing you out like this. You know, Tommy wanted to give you a great introduction, something to match your talents, but he couldn't find the right words. So could you maybe give us an introduction to James Mason?
Well, I would say that the simplest way is the best. You should be able to handle that. You know. Almost everybody knows that I've been in a great number of motion pictures over the years. Last year, for instance, I was in Georgia Girl.
That was a very, very fine picture. And I saw you in Lolita also.
Oh, yeah.
That was a groovy one.
Yeah, I know the introduction
You
now.
do?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, here's one of Hollywood's most accomplished lechers.
Tommy, that is just enough.
No, that's quite all right. After all, the part that I played could be described perhaps not as a lecher, but certainly, let's say, a reprobate.
He's actually a dirty old man.
Tommy, well, we're getting back to our problem now. How exactly would you introduce James Mason?
Dick, I've never given the matter much thought.
He's been too busy chasing those little teeny boppers.
Little lollipop, little girl.
This is absurd. I can't introduce myself. It's not very fair of you to ask me to do such a
Oh,
thing.
you're right. But maybe you could still help us out. Why don't you introduce someone else as an example how to give an introduction, like introduce Barbara Feldon.
Oh, well, that'd be simple, because I'm a great admirer of hers. She's adorable.
Is she a little old for you? I mean,
I would say that Barbara Feldon is an exciting and vivacious performer with a unique and provocative performing style.
That's very good.
That's very good.
Now, may I make a suggestion that I leave the stage and then I come back so that you can reintroduce me when you think you're up to it?
All right, thank you.
Okay. I got a good idea here. Just one moment. Here we go.
Wait to the introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like for you to meet an exciting and vivacious performer with a unique and provocative forming style.
Wait a minute.
Lovely.
Tommy, wait a minute. That is not the introduction to James Mason.
Well, he said if I felt up to it, and I don't. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Barbara Feldon.
Have you heard of Bonnie and Clyde? Oh, they lived in love till they died. Bonnie wanted fun, lots of money too. So Clyde walked into a bank and went, wackadoo, wackadoo. Well, you know they had a swell time, but they had to pay for their crimes. They were just about to beware. When the sheriff shot him instead. But don't cry because they've died. Love had come to Bonnie and Clyde.
Love had come to Bonnie and
Love had come to Bonnie and
Love had come to Bonnie and
Love had come to Bonnie and Clyde.
Mr. Mason, I must confess that we were a little surprised when you came to rehearsal this week.
You didn't expect me?
Oh, no, no. We all expected you, but we didn't expect the beard.
Oh, well, I can explain that. You see, this is the way it is. When I don't shave for a few days, all this hair starts coming out all over my face.
Today, after making... Well, today, after many years, beards are making a big comeback in this country. So tonight we asked our guest, Mr. Mason, to take us on a guided tour of, like they say in television land, the wonderful world of beards.
the wonderful world of beards. The wonderful world of beards.
Yes, the wonderful world of beards. The wild and woolly, whimsical, wonderful, and wacky world of beards.
The wild and woolly, whimsical, wonderful, wacky world of woolly, whimsical, wonderful world.
Enough already. Many of history's most famous personalities are identified by their beards alone. For example, what child does not recognize the fleecy beard of this jolly gentleman?
No!
And what student has not drawn inspiration from looking at this rugged face?
Ho, 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 ho.
Yes, jolly Abe Lincoln. From Lincoln on down, history has been made by men who wore beards. For example, we all know Lady Godiva, but how many of us remember the famous ride of Lord Godiva? Today, the beard is back in fashion. Just a few years ago, the man who wore a beard was thought to be eccentric.
Repent! Repent! The world will end at 3 o'clock. Swing, baby, we got about an hour.
Psychologists tell us that to women, the beard has become a symbol of masculine virility.
Mad for you, you he-man, you ape-man, you brute. You're so masculine, so strong and virile. You're a tiger.
I'm not a tiger, silly. I'm a savage.
A beard can alter your personality. It can affect an entire relationship. Let us illustrate this by observing this typical American couple. The zest has gone out of their marriage.
How about a kiss, honey?
Oh, never in a million years.
I was hoping you'd say that.
It's dull, Harry. It's boring.
You're boring. You're dull. I've never seen
So
myself.
boring and dull.
Dull.
I think we all agree that they are both dull and boring. They take each other for granted, but grow a beard, and suddenly you have a revitalized relationship.
Oh, I love you madly, darling.
I'm mad for you, Harry.
Oh, it's a whole new life for us.
The beard has made all the difference.
Oh, it sure has.
One cannot talk about beards nowadays without a reference to hippies. The hippie bears a striking resemblance to an earlier American, the buffalo. Like the buffalo, the hippies are probably doomed to extinction because of their many similarities. For example, they both have beards, they both run wild, they both have been known to block troop trains, they both have heard discouraging words, and neither can live without grass. Yes, they are in another American species doomed to extinction by the march of progress. Yes, this is the wonderful world of beards. And after seeing all this, I can only say, will somebody hand me a razor? Knock it off.
You know, a great many entertainers have little catchy phrases that are all their own, and they're identified with it. And as soon as you hear it, you always say, oh, yeah, there's what's his name. Well, just listen to this. Ha-oh, ha-oh. That's right, folks. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. What's his name? No, actually, he's a very, very good friend of ours, and he's going to sing a song about childhood and growing up. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jimmie Rodgers.
Into the darkness he was sent by parents who were ignorant. Tied down to his mother's strings, unable to be anything. Puzzled by the things he hears, his questions fall on their deaf ears. And the father, thinking work comes first, ain't got the time to quench a thirst. No, 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 no. Once he was a child, a beautiful child, a child of clay, shaped and molded into what he is today. Tell me who is to blame for this child of clay. Going out into the street at night, the answers he may meet. With sick and twisted minds he shares the searching questions his heart bears. And from the dregs the answers find their way into his supple mind. In time the planted seeds will grow into a twisted vine below. No, 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 no. Once he was a child, a beautiful child, a child of clay, shaped and molded into what he is today. And who is to blame for this child of clay? So as endless days begin to drift into sordid sin, and soon his dislike turns to hate as the stamp of life seals his fate. And so the night conceals his name, and the days sleep off his shame. Deprived of love, wrought by fear, a feeling that the end is near. No, 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 no. Oh, once he was a child, a beautiful child, a child of clay. Shaped and molded into what he is today. Tell me who is to blame for this child of clay. Once he was a child, a beautiful child, a child of clay. Shaped and molded into what he is today. Tell me who is to blame for this child of clay.
That was really, really beautiful.
Thank you, Tommy. It's a beautiful song.
Yeah. You know, actually, I thought it was very sad and pathetic. You know, listening to it had its sadness. And,
Well, it is. It's got a lot of pathos, whatever.
however you want to say it, you know.
Pathos. That's right. Close.
Anyway, you know, when I think about listening to the song, I thought about, I really actually hearken back to my childhood of clay and my formative years when I was young.
Yeah. Too bad some of us didn't form a little better, Tom, but...
Well, I've been handled so much. Hey, let's change the subject.
I think we better, yeah.
Let's change that and talk about something that's really, really fascinating and interesting to everybody today.
Fascinating and interesting.
Yes.
Let's do a song I wrote.
I suppose you could say that's fascinating and interesting. What song are you talking about?
I hope so. Oh, here's the song, Tom. This song is fun. It's a song called The Flying Saucer Song. And it's a story about flying saucers, and my kids at home sing it with me. And they can't pronounce their words very well, and they call it the Flying Thockathur Thong.
The Flying Thockathur Thong?
We have to sing it like the kids sing it. You understand that?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes.
I was coming from a Sunday night meeting, walking home all alone, heart full of joy. I heard a funny sound, and when I looked around, I saw one of those things.
Oh, boy.
I saw one of them flying thockathurs. Everything they say in the papers is true. I saw one of them flying thockathurs. I'm kind of scared of them things, ain't you? Well, I know I'm just a kid, but I remember what I did. I saw something up in the air.
We won't try to fool you, we'll tell it to you. Something's kind of funny going on up there.
I saw one of them flying thockathurs. Everything they say in the papers is true. I saw one of them flying thockathurs. I'm kind of scared of them things, ain't you? They got red lights, green lights, white lights, yellow lights,
Purple lights, blue lights, striped lights, too.
got a lot of little men running around inside of them going boop-a-doo. I saw one of them flying thockathurs. Everything they say in the papers is true. I saw one of them flying thockathurs. I'm kind of scared of them things, ain't you?
Well, I guess I better stop before somebody calls a cop. I'm just a little country boy, I don't know what to do.
But when you're laying in your bed and things are flying overhead, I know that's really kind of going to bother you too.
Yeah,
I saw one of them flying thockathurs. Everything they say in the papers is true. I saw one of them flying thockathurs. I'm kind of scared of them things, ain't you?
We'll be right back with James Mason. Feldon, David Frye, and Pat Paulson on the second half of the Smothers Comedy Brothers Hour.
Right now, I'd like to introduce to you a brilliant young comedian. I think he's one of the country's greatest impersonators. So, ladies and gentlemen, meet David Frye. Hey, Dave, you know, during the week in the rehearsals, I was watching your, impersonations, and you seemed to be so realistic in these impersonations that I bet you started when you were just a little kid.
Well, actually, my mother encouraged me. She always said, "Kid, I wish you were somebody else."
I wonder if she knew my mother. She used to talk that way about Tommy all the time.
No, but actually, my mother did encourage me about doing my first impression of John Wayne.
Really? Your mother? Your mother knew John Wayne?
No, she looked like John Wayne.
That figures. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, David Frye is now going to do his impressions of some of the famous people in the headlines. So take it away, David.
Thank you. Being an impressionist, I notice in the movies they have always the same movie cliches and the same actors for the same movie cliches. There's a movie with Gregory Peck. You probably remember his famous line.
Lady, how many times do I have to tell you I'm not the giant in your washing machine?
You remember that, right? And of course, Mr. James Mason in the movie The Seventh Veil, right?
Francesca, you could have been a great pianist. You ruined your hands using a low-suds detergent.
And Henry Fonda, all the war movies, Henry Fonda, right? Well, Amara, man, you'd be going to action against 25,000 well-armed, well-trained enemy soldiers. I just want to give you an idea of what you're going to be up against tomorrow morning. I was hoping to be able to go with you. But I feel a tummy ache coming on. However, in my place, I'm going to send one of the sleepiest actors in Hollywood, sleepiest looking actors in Hollywood, Mr. Robert Mitchum.
Yeah, this is Robert Mitchum. You better believe it. Well, actors will begin to look more like politicians, and politicians will begin to look more like actors. Here's a politician looks very much like me, Mr. William F. Buckley, Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, my tongue is so long, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the only man who can seal an envelope after it's in the mailbox. I've noticed a tendency of Johnson to use nicknames such as Lindabird, Ladybird, and the other chick, and I think that's fine. I think it goes too far when recently he referred to Vice President Hubert Humphrey as Minnesota Fat. Now, Ike Eisenhower, on the other hand, Ike Eisenhower was a man you could respect. During 8 long years in office, he proved the country could get along without a president. The country didn't bother him, he didn't bother the country. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here is one of the truly great comedians of our time, truly great comedian, Mr. Richard Nixon.
I've got a great dilemma next year in '68.
I don't know whether to stay on the sidelines and watch the Republican Party go right down the drain, or to go right in there and blow the whole thing myself.
Now here's a young senator from the state of New York, your friend and his, Mr. Robert F. Kennedy.
A lot of people have said that I sound like Bugs Bunny. This is not true. Bugs Bunny sounds like me. What's up, Doc, is my line. For years I've been saying what's up, Doc. For years he's been saying Ethel's gonna have another baby. Very soon, Ethel and I intend to move into an old house in Washington. At present, this house is occupied by a rancher and a flock of birds. I do not have anything against Governor Rockefeller and his wife Happy and their future children Dopey, Sneezy, and Grumpy. Despite what you've heard, Lyndon Johnson and myself are becoming like brothers, Cain and Abel. A lot of people have said that I do not like Lyndon Johnson. I worship the quicksand this man walks on. Quiet, here he comes now. Bobby Kennedy, I think, is a man of great promise. He promises this, he promises this, he promises this. Our fellow Americans are come here tonight with a heavy heart and a lot of indigestion. I come here tonight not as your president and not as the commander-in-chief of your Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. I come here tonight as a simple barefoot boy from Texas who has become your king. Everybody likes me. All the polls say so. If only the Smothers Brothers would leave me alone and let me continue.
Applause. We'll be right back after this commercial with our version of one of history's most famous encounters, the meeting of Marco Polo and Kubla Khan. See you later.
And now, Honorable Smothers Brothers presents The Travels of Marco Polo, an original motion picture made especially for television, because it's not good enough for the theaters.
Of China, bow down for our beloved ruler, a vicious murderer, a sadistic tyrant, and an all-around cruel torturer, and a rotten apple. Make way for the great Kubla Khan!
I'm sorry I'm late.
I had the most amusing incident in my torture chamber. I just had my mother boiled in oil.
Oh, you boiled your honorable mother in oil? It's terrible.
Have you ever tried it?
Oh, no.
Then don't knock it.
What's that part between Kublai of China, King Francis of Spain, and Ali Pasha of Arabia?
It is done.
Also.
The most powerful trio in the world, which shall be known as Kublai, Frye, and Ali.
Oh, Chinese invent joke.
Enough. Next, please.
So sorry. The arrangements for your impending marriage to this lovely lotus blossom, Chi-Chi-Chu.
Oh, yes, Cho-Cho-Chow. Soon Chi-Chi-Chu and I will have many Chi-Chi children. And if you don't obey me, Chi-Chi-Chow, I beat you morning and night and have your tongue cut out and your fingernails pulled out. What do you say to this, Chi-Chi-Chu?
It will be honor to be wife of such a sweet guy. Yeah.
Almighty Kublai! Almighty Kublai! Oh!
Speak up, Chu-Chu-Chi.
Very funny-looking stranger at Palace Gates. Call himself Marco Polo.
Oh, Marco Polo. Is Japanese?
No, him have round eyes.
Must have had operation. Very well, open gates, bring in Marco Polo. Enter, round eyes. Welcome to China.
I've been on the road for 4 long years. Wow. Boy, have I got laundry for you. I'll pick this up Saturday, no starch.
No starch.
All right, a little bit of starch. Oh, you work here, honey?
Silence! Silence, you blue-eyed devil!
Who you calling a blue-eyed...
Silence! No, you know who you speak to. This is Princess Chi-Chi-Chu.
Chi-Chi-Chu?
I am Cho-Cho-Chow.
Cho-Cho-Chow?
He is Chu-Chu-Chi.
Chu-Chu-Chi?
And that is the great Kublai Khan.
So far, you got the best name.
Enough of your impetuous tongue. Where do you come from, oh strange one?
I come from a distant land, great Khan, known as Italy. I bring goods to trade with China.
What do you give to great Khan?
Oh, the greatest inventions of the West. I have 12 pots for frying, 11 knives for slicing, 10 spoons for stirring, 9 bowls for mixing, 8 blocks for chopping, 7 clocks for ticking, 6 pans for cooking, 5 big meatballs, 4 salami rolls, ravioli, mozzarella cheese, and a pizza in a pear tree.
China have that you want?
Don't see anything offhand.
Think again, big boy.
I'll tell you what, I'll trade everything I have for 5 minutes with the most beautiful creature in all of China, the lovely Cho-Cho-Chow.
Hey, that's me.
Not you, egg roll, her.
Kublai Khan, accept trade. You are granted 5 minutes with Chi-Chi-Chu, but don't mess around. Or you gonna get it.
Chi-Chi-Chu, my little yellow pearl.
Landa is very handsome.
And Sranta is very crude. Oh, Chi-Chi-Chu, how can I show you how much I love you?
Oh, Round Eyes, in our country it is custom to exchange gifts, and you come so heavy laden with trinkets.
Oh, your trinkets aren't bad either.
Oh, what are those on your arm?
Those are my hands. Oh, these are watches.
Oh.
Here, you can have one.
Oh, and here is my fan.
Oh. Here's another watch.
Oh, and Here is my veil.
Here's another watch. This is a beauty.
Oh, and, here is my croak.
What a time to run out of watches.
Oh, Marco Polo, the time has come to say goodbye.
Oh, but before I leave, just one last kiss.
Oh, that is forbidden. My lips belong to the great Khan. Who kisses me kisses Kubla Khan.
I don't care.
All right, who kissed me?
I did, sir.
Insolent wretch.
Don't complain. If I had a few more watches, you'd really be in trouble.
You are going to fire, you are going to die. Choo, 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 run your spear through round eyes. When I count up to 3. 1.
Oh, spare him, Kubla Khan, spare him.
2.
Goodbye, round eyes. It has been nice knowing you.
Before I die, one last kiss.
Oh, kill him, Great Khan. Kill him. Kill him. Stop him.
Oh. Kill him. I'm crazy about him. He's such a fancy kisser. Marco Polo, you have won my favor. I give you your freedom. You can marry any maiden you choose. Who you choose?
Oh, that's easy. I want to marry the lovely Choo Choo Chee.
Oh, that are me.
Rot's a ruck.
Chinatown, my Chinatown, where the lights are low. Hearts sing wide and lights sing bright. Dreamy China, nothing finer than dreamy Chinatown.
Thank you very much. We want to thank our guests for tonight, James Mason, Jimmie Rodgers, David Frye, and the beautiful Barbara Feldon.
Tom and Dick's guest stars next week on the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour will be Don Knotts, Ravi Shankar, and special guest star Mel Torme.
You brought something up. Before we say goodnight, I want to tell you about your performance tonight. Tommy, you didn't fool around. What you sang well, and you have not offended anybody at all. You're just not trying. Good night, folks.
This is Roger Carroll speaking.